Welcome back to Small Press Expo 2012. Why do I say the year that way? I don't know.
I don't know.
So I'm Joe still. Whatever.
And I'm Rusty. It's cool. You know, all right. Wait. And we're here with
Patch.
Patch.
Yeah.
Patch.
Or Christian Patchell, but everybody calls me Patch.
Patch
All right,
works.
Patch. Now, Patch, you're here at Small Press Expo.
Yes.
Is this your first year?
It's my first year in a couple years. We used to come a while ago as the Philadelphia Cartoonist Society.
All right.
And I just finished up a book, so I was like, I really wanted to come here, and it's the first
And that'll be
time
the
I'm
book we
doing
have
the book.
here. And it's I Put the Can in Cancer.
Yeah, it's a real happy book.
It sounds like it. Like,
yes.
I see this and I just start smiling.
Yeah.
Because I know.
The heart of the book is the 20-some-odd drawings I did while I was undergoing chemo and radiation.
Oh, wow.
I'm really inspired by what Harvey Picard and Joyce Brabner did with our cancer year. And so that was sort of the genesis of the book. I kept, for about an hour a day while I was undergoing chemo and radiation, I drew. And it's the center of the book. And then the first chapter is kind of what I did as a kid, you know, like we all make our own comics and stuff. And then the last chapter is what happened after the book. I'm really, really fortunate. The sketches have taken on a life of their own. There's a section in there. I did a pitch to Fox Animation based on some of the sketches while I was sick. So it was really awesome for me not to give up that 8-9 months when I was going through that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine how hard it was to stick with that. But now that you have this thing forever.
Yeah.
You have these drawings that you've made
And-
during this time.
Absolutely, and it's neat of you to point that out because one of the things I kept a mental list. It was all the things I wanted to do while I was sick, and slowly but surely I had to check things off that I couldn't do, like hang out with friends at the barbecue, go with my lady to the movies. The one thing I could do every day for about an hour was draw. And so, you hear people talk about art therapy, and for me, it was a real thing. It really kept my sanity. It was-
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry.
No,
It
no,
does
that-
end
No, it
really
sounds like-
well. It does end great.
Well, don't
Yeah.
spoil
Good
it.
ending.
Don't spoil it.
I am
It's
the
life or death. We don't want to know the
Spoiler.
ending.
Yeah. This is the spoiler interview. He's here.
Watch this,
Yeah.
but just start it, and then pretend you don't know that it exists,
Yeah.
and read the book.
But for comic fans, one of the things I did was, you're looking for inspiration, you don't know what to draw. So a couple of things in there, like I drew Hellboy and Abe Sapien, and those are copyrighted. And so I actually reached out to Mike Mignola to get approval. And so I tease all my students. I'm like, I have Mike Mignola's home email.
So awesome.
He's getting a love letter soon. I just am waiting for the right way to compose. it and
He's
everything.
come to SPX before.
Yeah, he used to do it back in the day. He does Mocha too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. All conventions are
Yeah.
brothers.
Yes. It's all love.
Yeah, and you got to hand it to some of the people, especially here. I was really fortunate today. I got to put it in the hands of Dean Haspiel,
Yeah.
who helped me get in touch with Joyce and Harvey when he was around, and I got to put a copy in the hands of Joyce. I have my prized possession now from SPX is I have a photo of me hugging Joyce Brabner, which is like, for somebody who's done a book like this, that is
Right.
like my holy grail.
Right. I mean, before they did Our Cancer Year, it's not that nobody would have thought to do a book like that personal about something so hard, but they've laid a path that you can see how it can be done of one
It's
possible
like
way.
you can just put it all out there.
Yeah, they did a lot of the heavy lifting. There's a lot of people in here that wouldn't be doing what they're doing right
Sure.
now without folks like without Harvey and Joyce, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's really surreal to be 2 booths away from her.
Right.
And man, can she work a con? Like she is like full of energy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're raising money for the Harvey statues.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it was last year, was it?
It was last year,
And
yeah.
Yeah,
The
and
announcement
it was
here,
great.
right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Like
They're building a
that's the
statue.
power of SPX. They got what they wanted from the Kickstarter, but they ran into a couple things that's going to require a little bit more funding. So she's here pimping it out big time, and she's got a lot of people involved. Maybe you guys can give out the link on your.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have that here-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it here.
Yeah, it's right there.
Now I remember when I did talk to her, she had the flyer last year, promoting the Kickstarter and promoting because she was so organized with this.
Yeah.
She had these flyers before the Kickstarter started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, during
Like
this time
prepared for the
period,
Kickstarter.
we're doing a Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think we owe a lot of the books we have by Harvey because of her.
Sure. And it's kind of amazing because he was the artist, he was the guy out front.
Yeah.
He was the guy whose work was in the book, but obviously, she knows what she's doing as well.
And if you've ever read Our Cancer Year, it tells this dual story of like Harvey's struggle and then also the same thing, what Joyce was going through. So like, one of the things I try to do with my book is sort of mention some of the things that's going on with caregivers. I think they're sort of overlooked. I kind of say a lot that it was not easy for me, but it was kind of easy for me. I went to the doctors, I went to therapies. I had a routine and a regimen to get better.
There was a structure there to support you.
Right, but then for a caregiver like my girlfriend and my mom and my aunt who took care of me, they just had to be there for me. There was no structure, there was no routine, so my heart goes out to them.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yes.
One last thing about the book. I'm really fortunate. I'm from Philly, as I mentioned before, and I worked with Children's Hospital in Philly. And one of the cool things we're working on right now, some of the art therapists helped me with the book, so I made sure the tone was right. I wanted to be medically accurate, even though it was like my diagnosis. And we're looking to each year donate a bunch of the books, about 80 to 90. That's about how many kids are diagnosed with cancer at that particular hospital each year. And I'm hoping to gather a sketchbook and the book together, and it'll be given to kids who are diagnosed as part of part of their art therapy and stuff. So
very cool.
I'm excited about it, but it's sort of bittersweet. You don't want to, you know what I mean? So I just wish I put my book in people's hands. I just wish the hands weren't so tiny, that kind of thing.
So have you had a good response?
So far, so good. It's kind of new. This is the first real con I've brought it to, and it's amazing. Like, I've done a couple superhero type events, and no one even picks it up. Everybody here is real receptive, picks it up, asks. I got a hug from another survivor. If you've ever been through something like that, that is reward enough. She read it, and she was for people who make comics, it's like if they quote back a line or two, you feel like
it's unbelievable.
It's
you're
amazing.
Like, that's nothing. That's just my comic. Why do you remember it?
Exactly. But it's like
no, it's not that.
Like, she pointed to a section in the back of the book, and she's like, "You're so right." I'm like, "Oh my god! Like, really, you read it?" Like, and people, this is the thing, like, when they read the back, like. I'm just surprised somebody actually reads a little blurb on the back of the book.
The SPX and shows like it, they're special shows because not just of the people that exhibit there, but also the audience that they serve.
Yes.
They're very, very connected, symbiotic.
Yeah. They're not just out to get books; they're out to get books from the creators.
And especially at a show like this, the line is not so hardly drawn. The people become exhibitors, people are attendees. It's everybody's
actually,
everybody.
Like most of the attendees, which is really awesome for any type of con, have a comic that they made in their bag and are willing to trade. And a lot of trading goes on Sunday. So like Sunday's like a real overlooked day. Sunday is the day. I traded a couple of books and handed them to some people I really admire. And
because the crowd isn't so impressive, you get to talk with people sometimes a little more too.
And there's no not to diss other cons, but like I don't have to wait in line for a signed Lou Ferrigno photo, which is kind of
you don't have to wait in line.
No.
You can just give him a call.
And he just shows up.
Lou Ferrigno's just hanging out. Come on.
Hey Lou, and he probably has the DDS system because he can't hear that well.
Right.
So you might have to talk to it and somebody to translate it.
I shouldn't bash because like my very first con, I got one. Like I had to.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a really nice guy.
He's super sweet,
like
really
amazingly nice.
Yes, super sweet dude, which is cool. But so this has been, I'm coming full on next year, full table. This is like the best con to come to.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any other projects that you're kind of thinking about making or going forward with?
I'm so glad you asked that, Joe. One of the things that happened when I was putting the book together, it sounds like a lot, but it's only 112 pages. And one of the things is I had to edit. And so I decided to start a web comic, and it's a lot of the stuff that I had to edit out of the book. So I started that last month. The reception's been really great. I've been sticking little mini comics in with this book because like that way it sort of like prolongs the story if you want.
Like an extension onto the main
Absolutely.
piece.
And so it's monstermondays.com or monstermondayscomics.com.
All right. Is that now? Do you have any other websites that you want to direct people to?
You can find the book on artbypatch.com or the webcomic.
Art by Patch, monstermondaycomics.com.
Yep.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Now, before you go, we have a bag of mystery questions.
Okay.
Now, the bag is down to, I think, just a couple questions. So
I get to reach in?
Yeah, you get to reach in, pull your own question.
Nothing slimy?
No.
No.
No, we're good.
Awesome. Bust this open?
Yeah.
Yes.
You had no trouble with it. Some people, they open this like it was some kind of mystery box.
Bubble opening.
If you could get a shirt with anybody's picture on it, who would it be?
Yeah.
You two guys.
What?
That would be awesome, because you are, in fact, the king of SPX. So what better, and you know what, there's no SPX shirt, so what better to be able to be on the SPX shirt?
I think that the people from SPX who watch this, they really need to take Patch seriously.
Steering committee.
Yeah,
this is a guy who...
Look at these mugs. You would buy a shirt with these guys on them,
Kind
right?
of. I wouldn't buy a shirt without them. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
They have to be there.
I'd go naked before I bought a shirt.
Wow. Well, you just want to go naked.
It's just an excuse, really. But
It
that's all right.
really is. It's kind of sad. No shirt, fine. Good going.
I guess.
Well, thank you so much for coming by and talking to us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Good
Thank
luck
you
at the
guys.
rest of the show, and definitely good luck with your book.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
very much.